Ryan, when you were talking about Is It Charm, were you talking about in modern or standard?
I was talking about in standard, but I think it could be really good in modern.
Yeah, I've been playing with it in modern, and it's been very, very good for me.
I think it's good in every format except standard. Like, I'll even play it in vintage. I've got 2 in my vintage deck already.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it kills Deathrite Shaman in modern has been fucking huge.
Yeah, that's probably really good. And then it's kind of like a small mana leak, which is usually pretty fucking good.
It's awesome. It's Spell Pierce. It's very, very good against combo.
Okay.
Because you still get to hit against combo, and one of the problems in Rug Control is, like, once you got to 4 mana, you didn't really want more mana. So the fact that you can, like, draw land and still, like, be able to play, like, Snapcaster Is It Charm and then filter cards out of your hand has been really, really good. Like, that ability has also been very useful. So, like,
consistency.
If you go in a grindy game against, like, Jund or something and you're both in top deck mode, like, Is It Charm is a pretty powerful card because it lets you filter through and it lets you Faithless Loot.
Yeah.
And Jund is one of the matchups that's, I mean, like, obviously that's when you're building a deck for Modern right now, like, Jund and Deathrite Shaman are, like, the first 2 cards you think about, and then you probably think about, like, Storm, right?
Sure.
Those are kind of, I don't know, that's what I think about when I think about Modern.
I agree with you, Nick. Those are probably the first 2 decks that I think of in Modern.
And so that's why, like, I would never want to play a deck that was bad against combo. So I would definitely want to be playing a deck with a bunch of either, like, Spell Pierce, Mana Leak effects, or a deck with a bunch of Inquisition, Thoughtseize effects.
Or be playing combo yourself.
Right. I mean, if you're playing an unfair deck, it's completely irrelevant because you're just trying to win faster.
Right.
But if you're talking about, like, playing Rug Control or playing a Deathrite Shaman deck, like, or playing Jund, like, you're playing a fair deck, right?
Essentially, yes. You're turning creatures sideways multiple turns.
Right. Even, like, Kiki Pod is, like, kind of fair because, like, they can still win without using their combo.
Right.
Yeah. The only unfair decks are, like, straight up Splinter Twin, which I don't even think is that good in Modern right now. Even though I think people overrate that deck quite a bit. And then Storm, right?
Yeah.
I don't like eggs at all.
It exists, though, so you have to acknowledge it, I guess.
God,
it's out there.
I'm not sure if I've lost a game against eggs with Rug Control.
Likely not.
Yeah, with the sideboard that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it's a deck.
It's not. It just won a Pro Tour.
It did more than win it. It did more than win that Pro Tour. It smashed that fucking Pro Tour.
No, it just won it.
No, those were all of, like, the best players,
what are you talking
supposedly.
about? He, like, barely 3-2'd in the finals. What do you mean he smashed it?
Yeah, but it went 15-1 or something like that, didn't it? In the 15-1 in the main event?
Well, you only get to play 10 rounds of Constructed in the main event.
I can tell you if I was...
It was like 15-1, dude. I remember that.
Yeah, it's 10 rounds of Constructed, 6 rounds of Draft. So he lost a round in either Draft or Constructed. So the play was good regardless. Because either 3-0'd and 2-1 to Draft and XO the Constructed portion, which is likely.
$17.
15-1 is such an insane record.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, so post-board Rug Control gets 17 counterspells and also 3 Vendilion Clicks and 4 Snapcasters.
Not bad.
That's cray-cray. Yeah, I think this is probably what I'll just have to play because I have the cards for it, Sasha.
Fair. Just might as well just test all matchups and make sure you're comfortable.
Comfortable with you, big boy.
What are you talking about? Your deck for the Modern PTQ?
Yeah. Ryan's just going to build a completely anti-Rug Control deck.
What? What are you talking about? I'm just going to build a new and improved fucking Soul Sisters deck, homie.
You're going to build a new and improved Soul Sisters deck.
Obsidat Soul Sisters.
Exactly. come correct and gain a bunch of fucking life.
You're gonna play round 1 against Infect.
Shut up. Fuck that matchup. And I'm gonna drop a ghostly prison and be like, haha, GG.
Nature's Claim.
Oh. They don't run Nature's Claim main, Sasha. That's not fair.
You don't run Ghostly Prison main.
Yeah,
he
I
does.
do.
He does.
Baller.
He's an asshole.
It's so good, Maine. It's so good. It's only bad against Jun, and that's what sucks.
What about Storm?
It's great against Storm because they have the fucking, the one that makes
And-
goblins. That fucking goblin making spell.
They don't run that main deck.
Yeah, they do. They run like
Some people do.
They run like 2 or 3 grape shots and 2 of that guard.
Interesting.
Yeah, they do a little bit of both.
I think you can
It's hilarious.
build it differently, I'm sure. But
It's hilarious because then they go like, empty the Warrens, Storm, and you're like, okay, you done? Untap, bam, go see prison.
So they have to storm off again just to pay for the...
I think I'm gonna head to bed, you guys.
All right, man.
But yeah, I think we kind of mostly agree on a lot, like the fucking, what was his name? Obsidat or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think he's worth $20. That's the problem.
I think he's gonna range from like 15 to 30.
So
The problem is, Ryan, he is worth $20, so we can't make profit.
yeah, you're right. It'll stay at 20. You pay the 20.
He might drop down. People might get distracted by some other tribal stuff. Like, you remember Geist of St. Traff was one of the first legendary dudes to get spoiled, so everyone got, like, hyped up really fast, and then, like, other cards got put in there, like, ooh, and started going in other directions, and Geist dropped down pretty low.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
And Geist sees plenty of play in other formats as well, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Like, is Obsidat going to see play in Modern? Because that's going to affect his value. Probably not.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know, he might, but I'd love to Mana League an Obsidat. You can't Inquisition it, you can Thoughtseize it.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, you guys, and I'll just,
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Cool.
Alright.
Peace
Okay.
out.